friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Today I am going to start showing you guys my Alice coloring book pages, my Alice in Wonderland coloring book pages. I am hosting with a few other colorists here on YouTube an Alice in Wonderland hashtag for the month of November. So I'm going to put on the screen what that hashtag is. It's NOV for November, Mad Tea Party 2024. And my co-hosts are Meg's Coloring Corner and Julianette Art and Doodle Robot. And I want to thank those ladies for co-hosting with me. This should be a lot of fun. We're hoping this will take off and people will really enjoy it. As I'm showing you guys pages and things like that, I wanted to let you guys know I do have some questions to do, like a tag type of thing as well. I've already given them to my co-hosts so they can go ahead and start that when they have an opportunity. If you want to participate in this hashtag and you do not have any Alice coloring books, that is perfectly fine. There are several elements to Alice in Wonderland that would work for an Alice coloring page. So a few of them I'll kind of put on the screen. You can color a rabbit, because there's a white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. You can color a pocket watch, because he carries a pocket watch because he's always trying to stay on time. You can color a caterpillar, because there's a caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. You can color a hat, because the Mad Hatter wears a giant top hat, and so you can color any hat. You can also color, I had a list, but if you want, you can color flowers. Like if you have a picture of maybe a girl that's small in flowers. This happens a lot in Maria Trolle books. And the girl's not like a fairy or anything. It kind of indicates that that girl is smaller than the flowers. In Alice in Wonderland, Alice does get small and she is walking through the flowers very small. So you could use that as an Alice in Wonderland type of thing. You can also use cogs, like clock cogs, because in Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass, they deal with time and cogs. Sorry, can't even talk. Cogs and gears. And so if you have a page that has gears and things like that, that would work too. If you have any pages with a teapot, that would work too. Teacups, that would work as well. And one that's a little more out there but still would work is if you want to color something with a hedgehog, because in the game that Alice plays with the Queen, they actually are hitting hedgehogs as the ball. So you can color a hedgehog. So anything like that, a deck of cards, that would work too, because the cards are the Queen's like royal guards. Yeah, just kind of getting the feel of Alice in Wonderland vibes. A lot of books, like illustrators, some of them, it kind of, their coloring, I guess not coloring style, but illustration style is like going into their own type of Wonderland. So if you feel that a page that you pulled feels like you're going into a Wonderland, maybe it's not exactly Alice's Wonderland, but you feel Wonderland-like, you could technically use that. So don't feel limited to only using Alice pages. Yeah, I'll write down the words of the different things that I just talked about on the screen. So that way, if you feel inspired, like if you only own Camellia Angel Cova books, but there's Caterpillar, or if there's some flowers and they have faces on them. Well, the flowers in Alice in Wonderland have faces in them because they sing. You know, there's lots of different ways you can interpret it. And yeah, so I will just get started showing you the books. I have quite a large collection, so there was quite a few that I was able to pull. And yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Just going to press pause before I grab my stack. All right, first we're going to start with this little one. It's a mini block. It says Retrazzos or whatever by Hatchet Heroes. I think it's a portrait book. And I found 2 pages in here that would work. And one is this picture of Alice right here. And she actually has the singing flowers around her. And she's thinking. So this is the typical Disney Alice. And then they have the Cheshire Cat in this one. So I found those 2 in that one. In the Disney portraits, the small block here, there's a few. We've got Alice on this one right here. I've blacked out her hair, but this is still Alice. They've got the Cheshire Cat right here, which is the cat that's in the movie. And then we have the Queen of Hearts, the Queen's Ways. Very fun. We've got a few in Art Deco, Disney Art Deco. And first one is this one. And this is when she's bowing to the Queen. She's like, "Yes, Your Majesty." So that one's a fun one. And then we've got the Queen, obviously. Queen of Hearts. And then back here is the Cheshire Cat. So he's in this one as well. And everybody's mad in Wonderland. That's what the Cheshire Cat tells her. I have my very old, and this is one of my very first coloring books. This is the Art of Coloring, Disney Animals, 100 Images to Inspire. And there is a few in here. This is one that I had started a long time ago. We've got the Caterpillar here and Alice. And he's talking to Alice. He's saying, "Who are you?" You know. And yeah, I started that one a long, long time ago. It's very Zen doodly, but that's okay. This one right here, we have a whole bunch. This is wallpaper, but we've got the rabbit, the white rabbit everywhere. And then there's clocks. Let's see. This one right here, we have Alice and the Cheshire Cat. She's got a tea cup and a teapot. And there's the white rabbit. And then this one is actually on the show as well. These are the oysters when the twins, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, or I think that's how they say their names. They tell the story of the walrus and the carpenter, and they talk about the little oysters, and basically curiosity kills the cat type of a concept. That's what they're talking about with these little oysters in that little tale. And then the final one in here, I think, is another rabbit page, which is this one right here, with a lot of the rabbits and the watch. So there's those. I have this one, which is the Grand Classiques Art Deco Tome 2. And I only found one in here, which, oh, it has two, I guess. So this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the two twins. They're right here. And it's very Zentangly, but I know how to approach these now, so they're not so intimidating. And then we've got some little white rabbits here on the border. And then this one is Alice in the Flowers. Right there. So I'm going to show you my big ones now. These are my biggest books, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get on film. So this is Disney Chateau, and this one I had two. So we've got this double page spread. I'm sorry for the wiggling of the camera, but this is Alice and the Queen when she first meets the Queen, and there's the King. And we've got the Cheshire Cat, and we've got the White Rabbit. And then we've got this one, which is a mandala, and it's the Queen, and then you can see the cards going around, and she's the Queen of Hearts, so that's why it's shaped like a heart. Those are those two. There is a few in this one. This is Disney Gallery des Portraits. It's a big one as well. We've got this one right here. It's the same picture as the one in the last book, but a different kind of border. Let's see. I don't know if all of these are horizontal or not. They're kind of a combination. This one right here, we've had the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. And then we have a giant one of the Cheshire Cat. So those are those ones. Getting these big books taken care of first because they're so big. I have Disney Mandalas, Art Therapy, and this one had a few. So here we got the twins, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And we've got this one with Alice, and she's got two sides of the mushroom, and the caterpillar actually says one side makes you get smaller, one side makes you get bigger, or one side makes you get bigger, one side makes you go smaller, and she's debating which one she wants to do. And then we have this one, which is the Queen. And then we have the little white rabbit right there. I have a Disney Vitralis. This is same as Disney Vitro. This is the first book. And we've got two in here. So we have this one right here, which has Alice, the rabbit, and the Cheshire Cat. And then the other one is the one that was on the cover, which is this one right here, where it has all the characters plus the little cards down here. And this one's a lot thicker of line work. And then in Disney Vitro Tome 2, there's a couple. So there's this one with the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. Would be a good one. And then there's this one with the twins, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. All right, I'm just gonna press pause and grab some smaller books now. All right, see if I can maneuver this. All right. All right, this is a little Asian postcard book. Alright. And this one's called Dream Color Princess Coloring Postcard Book. And this is by Mickey Taki, or if that's wrong, I apologize. But there is one here in this book, and it's the Alice page when she has fallen down the rabbit hole and everything is in chaos. So we could do this postcard. Wouldn't take too long. Sorry for my squeaky chair. This is Disney Kadia. This is also an Asian coloring book. And they have this one right here. This is the Alice in Wonderland page. We've got cards, the rabbit, the Cheshire Cat, the Queen, drink me vial. You have an eat me thing too, probably not. Key. Oh, if you want to color a key, like if you have a book that has a picture of a key or keyhole would work as well as something you can use to color. I have this little cute one. Let's see what it's called. I can't remember. A cute and relaxing Disney coloring book. And there's this adorable one with the whole tea party. It looks like this in color. So it's got the twins, and it's got the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, the Dormouse, and the Cheshire Cat plus Alice. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Very light line art. Next one I have is another one of the Japanese books. This is one of the Kaleidoscope books. And this is the page right here. We've got Alice in 3 ways. We've got pocket watches, teacups, tea kettles, playing cards, all things Alice going on. She shrinks down and she ends up in a jar. So if you have any of those jar and world books and there's a picture of a girl stuck in a jar, you could do that as well and color her to look like Alice. There's lots of options. This is the Happiness coloring lesson book, and this is by, I think it's Ikono Katoriyama or something like that. And there's these 2 pages. So this is when she's going down. This is during the tea party, a very Marianne birthday. We've got this one right here where it says Wonderland this way. We've got the Cheshire Cat. She's right here. We've got the rabbit. So got a few good ones in that one. I noticed in the Disney books, it's like every Disney book I had at least one Alice page. This one is the fantasy book, and it's by the same artist. And there's this one. So there's Alice, and then we've got this really intricate border around her. I think this is supposed to be an Alice page too, because I see her here and here. I don't think I'd ever color this one. It's just too busy. But I wouldn't mind coloring this and maybe doing some kind of basing. So there's those. I have this one that has Rapunzel on the cover. This one is the gorgeous coloring book. And we've got both of these pages. So this is when she falls asleep at the beginning. Another thing that you can use for the Alice hashtag is you can do a picture of someone reading a book. So if you have a page of someone reading a book, or even reading outside in front of a tree would work too. And there's a key. Like I said, you can do a key, a keyhole. There's the rabbit. This is when she's following the rabbit. There's the Mr. Dodo bird, and that's the rabbit's house. And the Cheshire Cat, and there's the flowers. Here we've got this one, which is the Wonderful coloring book. And these are all from Amazon Japan, by the way. We've got this one right here. We've got a few different scenes. This is when she grows really big. The bird's calling her a serpent. And this is when she meets the Cheshire Cat, and that bird's like an accordion. And this is when she's small. And these are bread butterflies. And this one is when she was too big and she sees herself asleep in the keyhole. This is when she's in that jar in the water. There's Mr. Dodo. This is going down the rabbit hole. Here we've got her in the water. We've got the caterpillar. Here's those little oysters. Little oysters, little oysters. This one's kind of grayscale-y. This one would be fun to take like ink tints to or something, because it's very wallpapery and it repeats itself. But we've got like the Mad Hatter and the twins, and then the Queen and the Cheshire Cat and the rabbit, and then Alice, of course. And then here we've got a silhouette of Alice with some mandala-like pattern design. This one is some flowers, but there's Alice is hidden in the flowers. So there's that one. There's quite a few in that book. If you have this book, it's the Eerie book. It's the fairy tale one, World Fairy Tale Beyond the Story. This one has a good Alice page in it. It's this one, the Tea Party, right here. This would make a very good Alice page. You could also do this one, because this looks like the Queen of Hearts, maybe wardrobe. All of these would be something the Queen of Hearts would wear. But yeah, either one of those would work very well. If you have Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Gusa, there is one in here. Right. So you could do this one that has all the keys. We've got a pocket watch, but this one, it's actually a chessboard, but it's very Wonderland-like. We've got teapot, and we've got roses, and we've got this hourglass that can represent time. And this guy's wearing a top hat, and you could make her look like Alice. And there's a teacup as well. So it's not fully Alice, but I think it's very Alice inspired type of thing. And there's a butterfly here. Maybe that butterfly used to be the caterpillar. So yeah, you could use that one. I actually have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland coloring book, and these illustrations are by Sir John Tennell, and these are all the old school type from the classic novel. I've never actually read the novel, so, but yeah, this is one that I think would be a good one to take ink tints to. I think I got this at Book Outlet really, really cheap a long time ago. And I just hung on to it because I like Alice. Just moving some of these on the floor. I have Dream Garden. This is by Fabiana Attanasio. There was one that I flagged in here, which was this one, because we've got a keyhole, and we've got a key, and we've got flowers, and a whole bunch of things going on. I feel like this has lots of keys, and we're trying to get it in the keyhole so we can get out. And that's what Alice is trying to do at the end. She's trying to get out. And so I feel that this could be definitely a contender to color for the Alice hashtag because of the keys and the keyhole. So it doesn't have to be exactly Alice inspired or Alice-y. It can be a little bit more like Wonderland inspired. I have Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. And I thought this one was a really cute one. All these gnomes are in teacups. And since we have teacups, it works. Couldn't you see this on the Mad Hatter's tea party table? Maybe there's gnomes in the teacups too. You never know. I have another Mythographic, which is the Labyrinth one by Joseph Catbane. When I watched Julianette Art's video with her books, I believe she showed this one too. She said, I think Joseph has a thing for Alice in Wonderland, and I agree, because a lot of his books feel a little Wonderland inspired. I flagged this one because, like I said, in the second movie, the Looking Through the Looking Glass, it's all about time and clocks and cogs and stuff. So this one would be a very good one for that Looking Glass one version. This one right here I thought would be a good one because she's kind of lost, and it says this way to go this way. The cat wants to go this way. She's just kind of lost. You could make this Alice inspired if you wanted to in your own way. And this one, again, I felt like it was very Wonderland-like. We've got lots of greenery. The mushrooms are huge. She's so much smaller than everything. You could definitely make this Wonderland-like. And then the final one is definitely Alice inspired because we've got the caterpillar and Alice and the rabbit, and there's a giant mushroom. So this one is definitely Alice inspired, I would think. But any of those would work. I have the Coloring Heaven Alice in Wonderland special. These are illustrations by Eva Nikuinen. And all of these are Alice in Wonderland themed. Tea party, those keyholes. So, yeah. This is a good one. I like the artwork in here. It's beautiful. All the little bottles. Just sleeping. Look at that rabbit. Playing cards. There's the caterpillar. That one would be a good one. I like that one. In the Steampunk special by Matt and Dawn Davidson, there's a really good one for those that are brave. Very detailed. This is the Alice page that Matt Davidson did. It's very steampunk. We've got the caterpillar, we've got the Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter. The twins are right there. We've trampled down some cards. Here we have Alice and the rabbit, and we've got some large pieces that look like chess pieces. Yeah, this one would be very good. I have the Coloring Heaven Collection Annual 2019, and in this one has the Fairytale special from Hannah Lynn, has this really good one of the Queen of Hearts. Now, I don't know if I pulled this Hannah Lynn book too. I was just pulling it as I was going through my collection. So if I show this one again, it's because I tagged it twice. But here, see how they're using the flamingo to hit the hedgehog. That's why I said you could do a hedgehog. But yeah, this is a really, really pretty one. I have the Alice in Wonderland coloring book by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I have not colored in this book, and it intimidates me, but I really, really want to dive in. I've I've had this book for years now, and I think I just love her artwork so much. I am intimidated I might mess it up, and it's really hard to get these books now, but any of these pages would work because they're all Alice. Alice's advice, Alice with the Dormouse, Alice in the Garden of Earthly Delights. Yeah. This one's Alice in the Monet's Water Lilies. I've seen that one done. Amazing job. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous pictures here. All of them Alice. I think if I was to do one, it would be a really simple one. There's a rocking horsefly. Yeah. So there's that book. Gorgeous book. I have pulled some Asian books here. This is the Warm Four Seasons coloring book. And I did this one because we've got a teacup and a tea kettle, and they're small, so I feel like that could be Alice inspired. And then this one is definitely Alice inspired because look at the page that they've colored here. This is definitely Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole, and her little cactus friend is the rabbit. This is the cat. You would have to put in the stripes and everything. This paper is so smooth. I have this one, which is the Four Seasons coloring book by Green Ivy. And I flagged this one because we have like a little tea party going on here. And she has a rabbit at the tea party. And I flagged this one. I don't know why I flagged this one. I think I flagged it because she's so much smaller than the flowers. See how big the poppy flowers are in the back? So I think that's why I flagged that one. That one's a little bit of a stretch, but you could use it. I have the new Pop Manga Flights of Fancy coloring book by Camilla Derrico. And this is the one that I flagged because of all the playing cards, and the butterflies are playing card decks. And this isn't a rabbit or anything, but you could color her to look like Alice. You could really turn this into an Alice page, an Alice in Wonderland page if you wanted to, just because of all the different card decks we have going on there. And it'd be a great way to get into this brand new book. I have a Mythographic Voyage by Joseph Kattenbang. And let's see here. We've got this one. Like I said, this one's more like through the looking glass because they go through a clock. So this one would be fitting for that second movie. This one's a good one. It's got teacups. We've got like a fox-like creature. I know that Julian Art does prompts in the Mythographics, and I want to say a fox is one of her prompts. So we've got teacups and a tea kettle, and it's like he has shrunken down and everything's just flowing. Definitely reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. And then this one I flagged because we've got a caterpillar here, and things are just in chaos. So it feels very Alice inspired, and one of these balloons is a rabbit. So yeah. I have Hey Mr. Rabbit, Why Are You Running? By Emily Shin. And this one, I flagged this front one with the train. We've got these characters that are like playing card decks. We've got a Mad Hatter. Got this fish character, a hedgehog. Right here we have the Cheshire Cat. He's chilling, and they've already done the background for you. There's like this in the front, the Cheshire Cat. Let me just show you some things in this book. Not everything works. Like this one I have colored before, and these are the playing card guys, but they're on ice creams, and this is more like the Little Prince. We've got the rabbit here. We've got the rabbit here. Yeah, we've got lots of rabbits in here. I think I was just mainly trying to flag the one that was most Alice inspired. Here we have the Rabbit Girl or Bunny Girl coloring book, and we've got this one, which is totally Alice in Wonderland. We've got Alice, and all of these playing cards actually look like rabbits, and they're painting the roses red. And then here we have Alice asleep under the tree, and there's the rabbit with his pocket watch. Alright, this is the fairytale coloring book. I'm not sure who the artist is without my translator, but they have these gorgeous pages back here that are Alice in Wonderland inspired. So she's just like a rabbit here, but this one's more like the Tea Party, and this character looks like the Mad Hatter. Totally. More anime style. I have Disney Girls coloring book, and I think this one's hard to find now. I've had it forever. We've got the giant table full of all the teapots and teacups, and they're having their party. Move down, move down, move down, move down. And there's Alice going down the rabbit hole, and then this is her meeting the queen, and there's the king. Let me check my time. Just grabbing another stack. This one I actually put a bunch of bookmarks in. So these are all bookmarks out of my Disney bookmark collection. I have this one with Alice and Dinah, her cat. Here is the Cheshire Cat. We have some of these flowers that sing. I think this is the white rose that sings. And that one is Alice, and that one is Alice as well. So very cute. And I can add those to the bookmark to color thing. I have Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls by Hannah Lynn, and there's a few in here. So we have this one, and I think this one is supposed to represent Alice. Then we've got this one that I think is supposed to be the Queen of Hearts. This one is going to be your White Rabbit. This one looks like the Mad Hatter because of the hat. And I think she's supposed to be the Cheshire Cat because of the big smile. So yeah, a few in this one. So if you have Sweet and Simple, there's a few in there that you could do. In the Macaron Sketchbook by Carla Magana, there was one that stuck out to me, which was this one right here. She reminds me of a Queen of Hearts. She's got a heart on her cheek and she's got a crown. So you could color her to look like the Queen of Hearts. In Enchanted Faces, of course I have my pocket size, but you can get these in full size as well. There is this one right here which we have Alice, the Cheshire Cat. We've got the caterpillar up here, the rabbit, the pocket watch, playing cards, a little bit of everything going on in this one. I haven't colored that one yet. I have Fierce and Fantasy Faces, line art and grayscale. And I flagged this one right here because I think it's supposed to be kind of like a girl dressed as a rabbit. There's a flamingo in the back, pocket watch, playing cards. She's got a hat here that's like the Mad Hatter's. So I think that one would work out really well. It's very Alice inspired. I don't know. There was a queen in here, but yeah. This queen, but I think she's more like a fire and ice queen. I don't think she's like the Queen of Hearts. I have this really cute one, Valentine Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. And we've got The Flowers That Sing. That one wouldn't take very long to color. We've got a rabbit with a pocket watch. And then we've got this one, I'm Falling For You, Valentine. And it's Alice going down. So it's more Valentine-ish, but there are Alice pages in there. Next I have Faydorable Minis 2 by Selena Fennick. And there's this cute one with Alice and a giant teacup and the rabbit. This one wouldn't take that long to color. Looks really cute. I have Mini Inklings by Tanya Bond. I thought that this one would work because she's holding a rabbit. You could color her to look like Alice or however you want it, but she's holding a rabbit, so I figured it would work. And this one as well. She looks more like a carrot because of her hair, but she has a little rabbit too. It says Carrot Girl. But since they were rabbits, I flagged them, and I haven't colored in this book, so it'd be a good excuse to color in this book. I have A Million Llamas. Now, before I show you my A Million books, Coloring Bumblebee is doing her prompts in her Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt. And I know Hedgehog is one of her prompts, and Teacup is one of her prompts. And those both would fit for your Alice thing. So if you're planning to do those for Coloring Bumblebee, you can also double tag it for Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Tea Party. Just letting you know. Here we've got a teacup right here. I've already colored this page. This one, we've got a teacup and a tea kettle here, but this one seems more like on the tea party table because we've got garland for a party. And that could definitely be on the Mad Hatter's table, if you ask me. We've got A Million Owls, and you could do this one because we've got the rabbit right here, and he has a clock. So that would work. And then, not this one so much, but this one right here, we've got teacups. So that would work too. We have A Million Bears. These are all by Lulu Mayo, by the way. This one right here has a lot of tea kettles on shelves, so that would work. And then we have this one, which I have bleed through, but this is a giant tea kettle as well. And there's a heart, and they're like manufacturing these teas. This one has teacups and tea kettles too. So, yeah, I think those are the only ones I flagged. It's falling off my chair. A Million Sloths. And this one has these 2 pages. This one has a lot of tea kettles on it, and this one is a teapot. So either one of those would work, or you could do it as a double, or you could just do these. I have A Million Puppies. And this one looks like the tea party because we've got lots of teacups and lots of doggos going on here. Lots of stuff. And this little gnome girly, if you wanted to color them to look like Alice, you could. There's another one there, and there's like a girl with braids there. And then this one right here, this is a tea kettle. And there's our little rabbit right here. So you could do that one as well. A Million Baby Animals. We've got this one with a teacup. And we got, sorry, taking a second for all these flags. This one has a teacup and a tea kettle, and it has roses. So if you want to color a page with just roses, that works too. Make sure you paint your roses red, right? And then I flagged this one because it had rabbits, and this rabbit is dressed, so I feel like it would be something you would see in Wonderland, a rabbit that's actually dressed, and there's a mushroom, and there's a whole bunch of little rabbits all around, and then the little ladybugs and stuff. Like I said, I think this is something you would see in Wonderland. It's not exactly like Alice in Wonderland, but it's pretty close to a Wonderland idea. A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. And I flagged this one right here with the teacup. Just a simple one. Fun. Fun and very effective. I have a couple of these really cute, easy, comfort coloring books. Fuzzy Huga. This is by Viva Tinta, I think. Vivi Tinta. And I flagged this one because we've got a tea party going on here. So this one would work. I have Gummy and Pecky. And this is by Viva Tinta as well, or Vivi Tinta. And we have this one. We've got a teacup here. It looks like they're having a little party, and there's a mouse as well. Those are a little bit of a stretch, but they would still work. Sorry, my books were falling. There's a bunch in this one. I need to take these off because these metallic washies, I used to use them to indicate if I colored in a book, but they actually can damage your book. So don't, if you do put washi on your book, don't get this one. It's bad. Don't buy those. We've got Alice here. So if you look at Thomas Kincaid's version, she has Dinah, her cat, and the rabbit is forming in the water. This is at the very beginning of the movie. The next one is this one right here. It's very busy. But we've got the rabbit. This is your coloring page on this side. And then we've got the Mad Hatter and the March Hare, and then the tea party. And then we see the flowers. And let's see, who's next? This one I actually saw colored on YouTube a long time ago when I first started my coloring journey, like over 5 or 6 years ago. And the girl that did it did a marvelous job. Here we've got the caterpillar, we've got the queen, her deck of henchman cards. Up here we do have the Cheshire Cat unraveling. And then last one, this one with the Tweedles, and they're both trying to say you can go left or right. Which way do you want to go, Alice? You know, It's up to you, because she's confused which way she should go, and then they tell her the story with the oysters. So I have another Disney book here. This is Les Grand Carrez, Frères des Sores, or something like that. And this is just the Tweedles. I don't think I will color this, so I'll just take that off. And then the next one is this one, which has Alice and Dinah, and this is Alice's sister. And this one's kind of fuzzy, so I'm not exactly sure on the print job on that. But I think this page is in another one of my books, so I'm not too worried. Oh, this one's... my book is getting kind of torn right there. I'm going to need to do something about that. This book is a French book as well. I can't pronounce that, but I think it has something to do with storybook. And each one of these is like a storybook cover. And so we have the book, and this is the Alice in Wonderland spread. I'll be honest, out of all the spreads in this book, this one isn't my favorite. I prefer some of the other ones so much more. Like that one is really cool. That one's cool. That one's really cool. So this one isn't my favorite, but it is an Alice page nonetheless. We've got a silhouette here, and we've got a silhouette here, so yeah. So I pulled out this book, and I was thinking, oh, they'll definitely have an Alice page in this because it's a fairy tale book. And this is the Doman's World fairy tale book. And this is an Asian coloring book. And I was getting towards the end of flipping this book, and at the very, very end, the very last page is the Adventures of Alice in Wonderland. So you can definitely do this one. We've got Alice, and we've got the March Hare. We've got the doorknob that talks to her. Her little potion bottle to drink to make her smaller or bigger. We've got the caterpillar, the Mad Hatter's hat, the Cheshire Cat, the clock. All the things that work for Alice. Really pretty book. Going into some of these fun Amazon print books, we have Storybook Princesses, Divas, Villainesses, and Heroes by Deborah Muller. These ones I think are just a fun book just to color in with markers and just have a good time. No stress. So we have this one. It's Alice, obviously, and this says we're all mad here, and that's supposed to be the rabbit. And I think these are supposed to be flamingos, but she's kind of sassy. Look at her tall boots and stuff. So I think I'll leave this book out because I may need some really stress-free coloring. This one I think is supposed to be the Mad Hatter because of the hat. It says, down with the bloody queen, drink me, tea time, follow the rabbit, we're all mad here, you're entirely bonkers, eat me madness. And then there's this one, which is supposed to be the queen, because she's got a tattoo that says queen on it. And there's a Q on the top, so this is supposed to be like her playing card. So, very fun. Another one of the fun Amazon print books is Storybook Darlings by Kelly Horton. And I don't see Kelly Horton's work very often here on Amazon, on YouTube. So check her out if you think that these look interesting to you. We've got the Queen here. What baffles me about this is, why is the Queen painting the roses? I thought they were supposed to be painted by the servants. So, yeah. But that is definitely the Queen of Hearts. She even has the shape of a heart, like in the Johnny Depp films. We've got this one. This is supposed to be Alice. We've got two kitties, even though she only has one cat. But there's some arrows here that's telling her this is the way to Wonderland. So that one would be a fun one to do. And then there's this one, which has to be the Mad Hatter because of the hat, and we've got the tea party going on. Now, we've got different variations of line work on this, so it might be a little tricky to color, but it would be fun to see how it turned out. Let me just see. Oh, we're at 55 minutes. I'll go until the end of this pile, and then we'll do another video for more. I have this really cute little coloring book, postcard book. This was sent to me. Who sent this to me? I don't know if it was Deb from Miss Sweet's Crafting Therapy or if it was Sarah from Chronic Coloring Down Under. It's been a long time since I've had this for a long time. It's a really thick cardstock, and they're all Alice in Wonderland postcards. So any of these I could color potentially. I think a lot of fine liners would be in order. Don't step on the mome wraths. That's when he tosses his head. I've colored this on a bookmark before. There's Alice going down the hole. There's 2 Cheshire cats. Yeah, so this is just a little cute, thick postcard book that I have. I have this adorable book. It's like dirty, sorry. It's called 30 Days of Fairytale Chibis. This is by Mayo. There is a lot in this one. Mayo's books were like popular for like a minute, and then I don't see anyone ever buying them anymore. She still has really cute books. This one has a lot of Alice pages. So obviously this one is Alice. And this is like a 1-a-day one. So if you wanted to color one of these images a day, you could. This one's the Mad Hatter for day 5. We've got, on day 13, we have the Cheshire Cat. And these don't take very long. I remember I did the 30 witches, and they were really easy to color. So, and there is the White Rabbit. And then there is another Alice one on day 17. So yeah, there's a bunch of cute ones in there. Popping back into some Asian books. Like I said, I pulled these like just randomly as I got going. And this one is the Midwinter Sunshine Coloring Book. And I flagged this one. So this is what I was talking about, how if you have this little tiny girl in this bed of huge flowers, it could totally be Alice inspired. And since there's no definition in these butterflies, you could make them bread butterflies if you wanted to. It's really, really cute. I have this gorgeous book, coloring book of flowers and sweet girls. This is an Asian coloring book, and I chose this one because she has like a top hat kind of similar to the Mad Hatter, and she's drinking tea. She is the Calla Lily girl, and that has really nothing to do with Alice in Wonderland, but she kind of gives me off a Mad Hatter type of feel with the hat and the drinking the tea. So she's beautiful. This one I really need to work in because the sides are starting to yellow, and I haven't even done anything. It's gorgeous. I have Colors Make You Happy, which is, I don't know which one this is, but one of the many. And there's this double page spread, has Eat Me cakes on it, and a teacup and tea kettles. So I figured this was supposed to represent Alice in Wonderland. There's more food there. I'm just trying to see if any pages are before or after. I think this is mostly based on elements. So these are elements that have to do with Alice in Wonderland. I have this one that's a Colors Make You Happy as well. And this one, we've got this playing card. This is the first one I flagged. And it's alright. It works. But I think if I was to do one, I'd probably do this one. Because we've got the Cheshire Cat, we've got the hat, all sorts of different elements, rocking horsefly, a teacup or tea kettle, and we've got a girl's legs, so that could represent Alice. You could make this look like the Queen of Hearts, like a ballet costume, a pocket watch, and this really cute bunny. So, yes. We have this one, which is the fairytale one. Did I write it down? A journey through fairy tales with little forest friends. And this one has some adorable ones. There's this one right here, which is your Alice bunny. And we've got different things that represent Alice in Wonderland. And then we have this one with the tea party. I think between the two, it's like, I probably would use this as a practice page. And then I would dive into this one because I think this scene is really cute. Look, there's a little hedgehog. Cute, cute. Now this one has a lot of Alice pages in it. This is Story of Precious Cats by Nelko Neko. And I've colored one in here, but it wasn't an Alice page. We've got both of these. So we've got the Mad Hatter and a teacup here. We've got the White Rabbit with his pocket watch here. Let's try to go in order, shall we? This one right here, I feel like it's very Alice inspired. This is the one I've colored. It has mushrooms and she's smaller, so I feel like that could be Alice inspired. We've got this one. She has the Eat Me cake. That's definitely Alice-y. Here we've got the Queen of Hearts because she's on the deck of cards. And then this giant, gorgeous spread. If you wanted to tackle Alice page and spend the entire month doing it, this would be the one, I'm telling you. We've got Alice. We've got a little cute little mouse guy. March Hare and the Mad Hatter. Look at all these roses. This one really intimidates me because I would want to do a really good job, and food scares me, and there's a giant cake right there in the center, and there's another one right there. But yeah, that one would look really pretty. If you've done this one before, I'd love to see your page. Maybe it would inspire me to be brave. I have this pretty Disney book. This is Traveling Disney Coloring Book. And there's this page. We've got a lot going on. We've got Alice, Cheshire Cat. It's kind of like a, kind of feels psychedelic. Almost like you ate too many mushrooms, right? So, yeah, you could have some fun with some different color concepts on here, I think. If you pulled out some different neons and just really had fun with color, this could be a lot of fun. Make it trepidatious. Or trepidatious. Let's see. This is Drawing You in My Memory. And we've got... It's not that one. It's this one right here. See how the little things in the pot are all Alice inspired? We've got a little kitty. We've got teacups, a pocket watch. It's a gnome-like creature, but I think it's supposed to represent a mushroom. And we've got playing cards and roses. So this one would be a really pretty one to do for Alice in Wonderland. I'm kind of thinking maybe I might try to color this if I'm feeling up to it because it's just so pretty. Oh, another colors make you happy. Snuck in towards the end. And this one has this one. So this one makes more sense. This one is the big size of that postcard one I showed you at the beginning. So yeah, it's the exact same picture of Alice. But yeah, that is, I think that's all I'm going to share with you in this video. I still have probably a good 100 books to show you. But yeah, you kind of get the idea. It doesn't have to be exactly Alice in Wonderland. If you have those key elements, you're fine. And you can use colors to play off the Alice approach. And if you have questions and aren't sure about a page, you're like, Jamie, is this Alice in Wonderland enough? And you send it to me through Instagram, I'll let you know what I think. Most likely, just follow your gut, and I'm sure it will take you to Wonderland, and you will find something magical and fun. So stay tuned for my next video, and I hope to see you guys there. Have a great day, and keep smiling, everyone. Bye.